Please read this. Go ahead. Pause the movie. Read it. I'll wait. Okay, if you started the movie up and you haven't read this yet, that's disappointing because I want you to read this. All right, do you understand what that says? Now, what are the two most important letters in a word? Yeah, the first and the last, right? You don't mess with the first and last letters. Switch over here. These are the example logos I showed you. Look, they messed with the middle letter. They messed with something in the middle. They messed with the second letter. Yeah, the E is extended, but that E is still completely visible. That Z is still completely visible. Okay? The idea that you mess with internal letters, but not the first or last letter. You got it? So, I got this yesterday in the mail. It's from Grossmont Middle College, and they want to feature the best student work in writing, you know, creative work, and I applaud that. That's fantastic. They have a website, they want you to submit your work. And I looked at this and I went, the gate. And I can see agates, so I know it's supposed to say the agate, but it says the gate. And I'm not even going to talk about that anthropomorphized brushed. And the stars, you know, you can't have too many stars in your design. Look, this is a clever attempt at an artist's easel and an artist's tool, and to display, you know, this is what we are. This could be the logo above the words, the agate. That could work, although I think this logo needs some work. But you don't ever, never mess with the first or last letters in such a way that you make them disconnected from the rest of the letters in the word. So those of you who are using great big first letters, even if it's the same typeface, oh my goodness, please don't do that. Look, does anyone do that? Anybody? Well, I don't like the, really? Don't they look professional? That's the whole idea behind this project. I want you to learn how to use the skills that the pros use. Please, please try to learn. Okay, so your task today, 20 minutes into the period, I want you guys to take over. I want you to ensure that everyone in the room has their custom desktop picture set. Switch over here to the Finder and hide everything. That everyone has their custom picture set. That it's not off to one side or the other. That it's either centered in the appropriate area or placed in a position intentionally to better highlight their work. I'll give you that. So 20 minutes in, you take over. And then when everybody has it and only the Finder is showing, nothing else, look, no files on the desktop. I want to see these pictures. Then we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about grades. We're going to talk about a couple other things. And we'll talk about what we're doing the next 6 weeks. Okay? So, who's it going to be? Who's going to take over and be the leader in here 20 minutes into the class? And you better have your desktop picture up and displayed just like this with your work on the desktop. And those of you who are new to the class and you haven't had time, you're still catching up and working through the quests, well, have your own desktop picture up. I just don't want to see any of the default images. Something you created is going to be on your desktop. And if you don't know how, ask for help and someone around you, and they'll help you out. You're going to get something there, something that you created. That makes sense? Okay. The period's yours. I look forward to someone coming up and saying, we're ready, Scotch Go. Perfect.